Have you ever supersized your meal at McDonald's? Or maybe you chose to buy reusable bags instead of plastic ones at the grocery store. Or let me guess, you decided to splurge and go for the iPhone Plus? If you answered yes to any of the above, congratulations! You've been upsold. So I'm curious to know which upsell always gets you, so let me know in the comments below. Upselling is a super powerful tool that can really pump up revenue and boost your profits. So stick around, subscribe, and find out why upselling is so important for e-commerce brands. If you're still trying to wrap your head around what upselling is, take a look at this. So McDonald's sells this burger, but it also sells this burger. If you go into McDonald's looking to buy a burger and get offered a better, more delicious version of what you were looking for, chances are you might go ahead and spend those extra few bucks. I mean, I know I would. Upselling is like upgrading, but not in that sleazy salesman kind of way. The idea here is that you're being offered a better, and yes, more expensive version of something that you already want. If you walk into a car dealership looking for a 2019 Toyota Corolla, and the car salesman tries to upsell you on a brand new BMW, that's not really an upsell, that's more like pushy car salesman. But if instead you were offered the newest Toyota Corolla with seat warmers, that would be a comparable upsell. You wanted a Toyota and you left with a better, slightly more expensive Toyota. But wait, what's the difference between upselling and cross-selling? I'm glad that you asked. Where upselling is the upgrading of an existing item, cross-selling is adding on an additional item. In the fast food world, this would be the difference between supersizing your burger or adding fries to your burger. Check out this example of a cross-sell by the toothbrush brand Quip. They recommend adding on a refresh bag when purchasing a toothbrush. That's an additional item that will complement the item the customer is already getting. Here we see Tesla's example of an upsell when they offer their customers a chance to upgrade to the tri-motor instead of the dual motor. Same product, but with a more expensive upgrade. Now that you understand the difference between upselling and cross-selling, let's jump into why upselling is so important for e-commerce brands. When Amazon started upselling back in 2006, the tactic made up for 35% of their annual revenue. Question is, how does something so simple have such a huge impact on revenue? The answer, of course, psychology. An upsell offer happens at the exact moment that customers are about to convert. Think about it. Customers have already taken the time to research the product, find your brand, go through your website, go to the product page, add it to the cart, and then head to checkout. They're in buying mode. Here's the thing, most customers really just want what they came for, but some are definitely going to be willing to upgrade if you offer it to them. And those people are the exact ones you're after. It's also super convenient for the customer because all they have to do is add it with one click. With upselling, we're talking about 20 times more revenue than a simple related products page. Still not convinced? I got more. So we've all been duped into buying something that we don't need, which means we're all a little bit suspicious of manipulative sales tactics. For some, upselling can actually invoke some of those similar feelings, but it doesn't have to. When done right, upselling doesn't have to be shady or slimy or annoying. It can actually significantly enhance your customer satisfaction. Luckily, I have a few reasons for why you need to make upselling an indispensable part of your strategy. First of all, it helps your customers succeed. A great upsell means that you have exactly met your customers' needs. And sometimes that product is what they need. For example, if you have a customer who comes in looking for a laptop that they can make music on, and they take a look at the $700 model, but you know that the $900 model is the one with the real capacity to do what they're looking for, then that upsell is actually going to significantly help your customer. Check out this awesome example from the travel brand Away. They aren't forcing a sales here. They're just letting customers who want to buy a carry-on know that there are other options out there and leaving it for them to decide. Next, let's talk about advertising. Advertising is expensive. Your existing customers are the ones who are going to be most likely to buy from you again because they already know and trust your brand. When you have a 60 to 70% chance of selling to existing customers versus a 5% chance of selling to new customers, upselling is exactly where you should be putting your efforts. So obviously, if you succeed at upselling, you're going to be increasing the revenue from each sale. And what can you do with that revenue? Well, one of the things you can do with that revenue is spend spend more money on customer acquisition while still making a profit. That's a huge deal. And this is the part where your competitors start getting a little nervous. Let's take a quick look at how the pros are upselling. Pro flowers, that is. So you want to order some beautiful flowers for your friend's birthday. You see that the cheapest bouquet is called Smiles and Sunshine for $28. So you click on it. Let's say, just for the sake of this example, that Pro Flowers is going to be making a $5 profit from this sale. You're in the checkout and suddenly you're not actually sure if your friend owns a vase. So you choose to throw in an extra $7 to add one. That's another few dollars that Pro Flowers just added to their profit. So you hit add to cart and out pops the sidebar. And lo and behold, there is next morning shipping for an additional $14.99. Since this is your friend's birthday and you want to make sure they get it first thing in the morning, you go ahead and get that upgrade. So now after all the upgrades, you're looking at a purchase of about $50, which of course you're totally fine with because the upgrades really do make the gift extra special. Meanwhile, Pro Flowers have just doubled the average order value and possibly even tripled the hypothetical profit margin. Not bad. Plus, peep that little cross-sell option over at checkout. Teddy bear? What I'm trying to say here is that upselling is a super powerful tool, and you should not be sleeping on it. And now, for the moment you have all been waiting for, let's get down to business. Here are 5 key principles that apply to all types of upselling. Number 1, don't be pushy. Upselling is supposed to enhance the customer experience, not push it in their face. Politely offer your customers an upsell that they might actually want or need, but also make it easy to say no if they don't. In other words, don't offer them 5 more times to try and convince them. The idea here is to make customers feel that they're getting a good deal because satisfied customers are the ones who will be most likely to return. Number 2, your upsell has to be related to the product. Basically, it's not going to help if you offer your customers an upsell for a better pair of skis when they were in the market for a snowboard. The idea here is that the upsell is a better version of the original product. Your customers wanted that original product for a reason. So when you offer them a better version of that same product, well, that's the most secure way to get an upsell. Number 3, don't outprice your customers. Most of them are going to have a budget in mind when they go shopping. When they see a massive jump in price, most of them aren't going to be eager to hand over that money. A good upselling rule is not to increase your cart value by over 25%. The sweet spot is around a 10 to 25% increase. That way, customers don't mind throwing in a little extra money for a much better product. Number 4, limit your offers. Give your customers a special opportunity. Let's say that you're offering your customers at checkout an upgrade that is actually 15% off its original retail price. This way, customers feel that they're missing out if they don't get the offer now. Number 5, make it personal. If you use customer data to recommend a product based on their purchase history, customers are going to be super likely to go for that. That's because we like buying the same products and brands over again and again and again. Speaking of personalization, offering personal touches like an engravement or a personalized note can definitely make people spend a few more bucks with little to no cost to you. And finally, test. E-commerce is all about optimization. Make sure that your platform is running smoothly and offers an intuitive customer experience and flow. Think of it like testing a recipe. You need to figure out which ingredients work best and how much you should be putting in. And yes, it probably will take a few tries before you figure it out. Some things to keep in mind for your recipe would be where you place your upsell, whether that's the product page, the checkout, or a thank you page, the percentage of discount or incentive included, the wording or copy you use to present your offer, the product image used in the offer, how your offer is laid out, and much more. So I hope I managed to convince you about the benefits of upselling. Now what's left is for you to go give it a shot. Stay tuned because we are going to be uploading another upselling video with 7 time-tested upselling strategies. Don't miss it.